Hi there Libra, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 27th of July. If I asked you the question, what's the difference between goals and hopes, you might feel there wouldn't really be much of one. Of course it depends on where I'm coming from. And in this context, goals to me are very hard and fast, they're about ambitions. But this is a week when your aspirations and hopes are perhaps a little bit more spiritual. It's more about what you'd really like to be doing rather than short-term objectives, which you know once you achieve them can be good, perhaps even in a material way, but aren't necessarily what you dream about. And it's those daydreams that are so important at this time. Because if your life does feel one big compromise, that actually can be something that really becomes quite hard to deal with this week. There's challenges to you. And even if you have got some kind of longer term plan, you may find yourself scratching your head wondering if you've really got it cracked. And the short term goals may need realigning in order to reach the aspiration that's truly important to you. On the other hand, you may say, look, life isn't always about getting everything we want. It's about a compromise. And that's something that as a Libra you understand too well. But if there are too many options and choices, that can actually be confusing for you. Or if you are profoundly unhappy in where things are at the moment, you could find yourself thinking, what could I change which I can get away with in terms of the practical support that life needs to give me? So some big questions can be played out this week. And it all comes about really because of the activity in your second solar house. The fortunate thing for you is to tell you that by the end of this week, Saturn, which is part of what's creating this mood music, is actually going to start going forwards. It's been going backwards for some while, and it's revisited this sector in general since the middle of June. By the time it gets to the middle of September, it will have said goodbye, and you can really let a sigh of relief go. But for now, you could find yourself juggling those practicalities with the things you'd really like to do, and the two may not mesh together particularly well. A challenge can also come on Friday of this week around your social situation. You may find yourself pulled in two different directions. There could also be someone you're close to, but perhaps you have different values, and those are becoming more starkly obvious. On the other hand, there could be some kind of interaction by Saturday when your ruler Venus rejoins the sign of Leo and connects with Jupiter that really is quite magical around a friendship or a group gathering. However, it may cost you some money because the two planets are also squaring up to Saturn, and you may need to decide whether that money is worth the expense. Fortunately, Mercury also forges a great link with Uranus, so a surprise invitation or connection is entirely possible as this week draws to a close. And professionally, Mars is forging an amazing link with Saturn as this week closes. So, although there may be these challenges, these quandaries, if you can machete your way through the doubts, there is something bright and very positive that can emerge by the end of this week. Thank you for joining me, good luck, and goodbye for now.